clip we'll be going into what is the best theoretical perspective on the criminal justice system. So, what do we mean by justice? Justice is a fair, morally right system of law where every person receives what they are due from the system. It aims to defend and protect the rights of the innocent and punish the guilty. In the 17th century, there was a biblical outlook on justice of an eye for an eye, which focuses mainly on retribution. The Victorian period moved from seeking vengeance. Instead, John Stuart Mill brought the idea of social utility, which meant protecting ourselves while still taking others into consideration. The county court deals with civil cases, for example domestic, employment, or debt. The High Court also deals with civil cases, but it also manages some criminal cases. Magistrate Court handles criminal cases, offences involving only 6-month penalty in prison or a £5,000 fine. Crown Court handles serious criminal offences that are tried by judge and jury. The Court of Appeal and House of Lords have a combination of civil and criminal cases. We also have the European Court of Justice, the European Court of Human Rights, and the Supreme Court within our justice system. The first theoretical perspective we'll be looking at is due process. This follows the idea of innocent until proven guilty, which means you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. It ensures that all those which are innocent are free, even if some guilty are not locked away. Due process can be criticized for its excessive focus on rules, which may stop getting the job done. This may lead to a more unsafe society. Also, it doesn't address what causes people to commit crime, or how to possibly stop crime. On the other hand, crime control puts an emphasis on punishment and considers formal rules as restrictive. They would much rather have innocent convicted to ensure that all those which are guilty are found. Is it worth the possible injustices? Another perspective is welfare and rehabilitation. It looks to restore defendants instead of punish them through a system of diagnose, treat, and care. It looks at family background, education, and medical history. Instead of sending defendants into prison, it puts them into rehabilitation centers where they partake in many activities to change their behavior. But does it work? Furthermore, there is a critical socio-legal model, which says society is competing and the powerful decide what is defined as a crime to serve their interests. However, you could say that most laws are common values, such as not to murder. Also, there is a bureaucratic stance, which says criminal justice is a system and procedure is more important than ideological goals, which means it opposes welfare and rehabilitation. This realistic outlook, however, can lead to important problems being ignored. Finally, there is managerialism, which also focuses on managerial values such as effectiveness, efficiency, and costs. However, changes in 1980s to 1990s of privatization meant criminal justice system functions were less of law and order. To conclude, it raises many questions on procedure, but shows interest in the criminal justice system are both political and social. It's always best to deal with the cause, which relates to welfare and rehabilitation, but this needs to be a more gradual change in society.